So the Browns did a very Browns thing and hired Kevin Stefanski as the next head coach for their franchise, and we got to talk about it after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And today, we got to talk about how the Cleveland Browns managed to be very Cleveland Browns yet again with the hiring of 37-year-old Kevin Stefanski. Stefanski is the offensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. But what you should remember about this is they hired the dude that was on their short list that lost the divisional round first. All right? Look. They had Kevin Stefanski and Robert Saleh as the two dudes that they were honing in on. Robert Saleh is defensive coordinator for the 49ers. Kevin Stefanski, offensive coordinator for the Minnesota friggin' Vikings. I'm so hot, I can't even get it out. And what they do? They waited for the one of them to lose to go hire that guy, which is asinine and stupid. And I don't care if that's exactly what they did or it just is coincidence. It's a bad look. Why is it a bad look? Because you interviewed 8 dudes for this job, and only one of them was black. And I already made that Rooney Rule video, but it bears mentioning here. 70% of the NFL's labor, that is its players, look like me. Just 3 of its head coaches of the 32 franchises look like me. Just 1 of their general managers of the 32 franchises look like me, and all the NFL owners are white. But more than that, you hired a guy whose offense mustered a piss-poor 147 yards in a divisional round game against the 49ers and got the quarterback, Kirk Cousins, put into a brown paper bag 6 friggin' times. I don't care that you think that Kevin Stefanski is a good head coach, or might be. He might be. Hell, he might have been a great offensive coordinator. I tend to think not so much, but then again, I know that Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, and Dalvin Cook were there with Kyle Rudolph. And you know what? You ought to be able to throw back there Matt friggin' Schwab and go win a playoff game. And they did. They beat the Niners, right? Drew Brees and his watered-down water pistol for an arm. But more than that, Eric Bienemy is in Kansas City right now. Eric Bienemy has been studying underneath Andy Reid. Eric Bienemy is at the controls of one of the best offenses in football. And the last 2 guys to work for Andy Reid as offensive coordinators are Matt Nagy and Doug Peterson. What did Doug Peterson do? Not only did he win a Super Bowl in short order after getting the job in Philadelphia, he took the Carson Wentz and sock puppets to a division title. I don't care that it's the worst division in the NFL history. I care that they won it. And you know what? If Carson Wentz does not go down with a concussion, they probably beat the Seattle Seahawks, who are sitting pretty and a win away from playing in the NFC Championship game against Robert Saleh. And I can't really wrap my head around this because the Cleveland Browns are now 17 years into a playoff drought. We know that they have Odell Beckham Jr., who is a 2-time All-Pro wide receiver. We know that they have an outstanding quarterback in Baker Mayfield. We know that Nick Chubb was this close to winning the rushing title on that team. We know that they have outstanding players on the defense. Olivier Vernon to be one of them. Greedy Williams is another. Denzel Ward is another. They should have been good. But they botched this last year when Freddie friggin' Kitchens got the job. Again, instead of guys like Eric Bienemy. Or Byron Leftwich doesn't even interview for this job. And what did Byron Leftwich do but put out the NFL's leading passer? Look, no matter how you feel about the Jameis Winston experience, 30 touchdowns, 30 picks, the last pick he threw of the season was a pick 6. He was fun. And Tampa Bay was fun. And Bruce Arians is really good at picking out dudes that know how to coach football. And Byron Leftwich is one of them. But you know what? He and Eric Bienemy are the only 2 black offensive coordinators in this friggin' league. There are only 2 black quarterback coaches in this friggin' league. It's just Chris Grier who's the general manager. I really hate coming down on the Cleveland Browns in this way because it feels overwrought and trite. But that franchise, the Haslams don't deserve this fan base. They don't deserve Baker. This has us already going, okay, spring training's 30 days away. The Cleveland Browns are going to Cleveland Browns. And it's getting really old, man. Since the Browns have been a thing, 18 head coaches. Since they moved back to Cleveland in 99, 12 head coaches. And none of them have been any good. But then again, Hugh Jackson had an opportunity to be good. One, Baker Mayfield didn't like him. He got run out of town. Two, you asked him to tank, and he did that. And then you didn't let him keep the job after he tanked. Because he had a fight with the quarterback. Cool. I think we all like Freddie Kitchens because he got along with Baker Mayfield, but soon we figured out that getting along with Baker Mayfield is not actually good recipe for being a good head coach. It's nice. Lincoln Riley can make it work, but Freddie Kitchens ain't no Lincoln Riley. You understand what I'm saying with this? Steve Wilkes had an opportunity to be good. Todd Monken is now looking at other jobs. That staff was outstanding. I thought that John Dorsey would have been kept on because the man is really great at this whole talent evaluation thing. But they let him go too. To which I am hoping and praying, Jerry Jones, maybe you want to extend John Dorsey an invitation to your NFL draft party. But then again, you didn't interview Eric Bienemy either. You had your token interview with Marvin Lewis, and my Dallas Cowboys have still never had a black head coach. Look, I don't feel good about this. And I hate not being able to actively root for Kevin Stefanski. He might be the guy. It might be great. He might take this trash franchise and go win a Super Bowl. But you know who else would have probably gone and win a Super Bowl? Given the same set of circumstances? Perhaps it would have been Eric Bienemy. Same got an interview for the Carolina Panthers job that went to the smock. Matt Rule. David Tepper goes to Waco, Texas, and dropped 7 years, $60 million, $70 million with the incentives. That's $8.57 million a year as a base to Matt Rule, a guy who had never been an offensive coordinator or a head coach in the NFL. Cool. We also know that offensive coordinator is the best way to be a head coach in the NFL. That's statistical analysis there, homie. Go check the Rooney Rule video. I just think that at some point, enough's enough. The Haslams look stupid. They look dumb. I wanted them to put in writing why they needed to see Kevin Stefanski as their NFL head coach, or why, more to the point, Eric Bienemy isn't good enough. I think this is stupid. I think that the Haslams are even more stupid now than they were before, which is really hard to do, by the way, because you got the feds investigating you for things unrelated to football. And now I understand why Tennessee football has been so bad. The Haslams are a big-time booster over there. At some point, you're going to have to actually answer for this, because I refuse to just continue to be quiet about it. It can't change unless somebody's pissed, and I'm pissed. I want to see Eric Bienemy get a chance. I want to see more guys like Deuce Staley get a chance. Bobby Ingram get a chance. Friggin' Brinston Buckner over at the Las Vegas Raiders get a chance. There are guys out there. But did you actually go look for them? Or did you go look for some other Sean McVay dude that rubbed shoulders with him while he was some sort of intern for John Gruden? Because that's how it looks. And that's why this is stupid. And until we start calling it out as just that, stupid, we're going to continue to end up with this sort of picking of a head coach. I hate it. Deuces.